So if you are going to interpret the Bible, this is the guiding rules that you must always follow. And that's what I use all the time when I'm reading the Bible. Number one, a text can never mean what the author did not intend for the original reader, or recipient to understand. Many times what we see, especially we Africans, we like to take Bible verses. I want to bring something deep out of it. It is just, stay with the text. That text is enough. Stay with the text. Just don't bring your own presupposition to it. I call it, don't bring your own idea, don't use your own idea, you understand, to interpret the scripture. It is wrong. Stay with it. Let the Bible interpret itself. And the Bible can never mean what the original writer, the author, meant to say to the original reader, to those people that are reading it. If Paul is writing a letter to the Romans, it is what he intended that the Romans should understand. That is what the Bible must. You can't give it another interpretation. Don't. Now, second, we must always consider both the immediate context of that verse or the chapter we are reading, and the context of the chapter, and the broader context of the entire book, to ensure that our interpretation aligns with the overall message of the Bible. So you take the context of that verse, take the context of that chapter, make sure that they all go together, and that the context of that chapter can fit very well into the context of that book. Maybe you are reading Romans now. You must make sure that the way you interpret Romans chapter 9 can fit into the way the whole Romans chapter 9, the message of the whole Romans chapter 9. And make sure that Romans chapter 9 is not separated from the Bible. It must mean everything that the Bible intends to communicate. Now, number three, since the Bible does not contradict itself, there are difficult passages in the Bible, no doubt about it. So difficult passage must be interpreted in harmony with other similar passages, allowing scripture to interpret itself. So when you get to a difficult passage that you don't understand in the Bible, let other similar parallel passages, let them for example, if I'm reading Romans chapter 9 and I'm getting confused, I can go to Romans chapter 8, number 7, look at other similar passages and use the meaning that I'm getting from that place to interpret Romans chapter 9, so that the Bible you'll be consistent with your interpretation. So to discern the author's intent in a challenging passage, we should look for clearer statements within the passage or surrounding chapters that express the writer's message. This helps us interpret the difficult section, knowing that the writer will not contradict itself. So what I'm saying is, when you see a difficult passage now, what you need to do is, okay, what has the writer been saying before? Look at the clear messages of the writer. What are the clear messages that you know that this is what this man is trying to say? Then when you know those messages, now use that message, use that lens to interpret that verse, so that you can get the meaning, because you know that a writer will not be writing to contradict himself. Now,